Respond, Mr. Chairman. There are no minutes, really, until the board approves them. So once they're approved, they should be available. They have to be available to the public to take a look at. But really, when it comes to input on what goes into the minutes, it's really the three elected officials who decide that.
One of the problems that happens is, the supervisors have a month to review the minutes and decide whether they're accurate enough to approve. Then they approve them, then we get to see them, and a month is going by, and we see inaccuracies in them. And then where do we go from there?
I understand.
We're not up to date on current events either.
I think the board will offer its apologies for the delay, the recent delay. We are going to do our best moving forward to have that not happen. So I think we're going to make a commitment to be also more accurate and more timely in provision of minutes in the future.
When the public sees the approved minutes, is the board going to be amenable to taking our advice and making look at them to make them accurate?
I think accuracy is in the eye of the beholder, much like beauty, right? And in the sense that you may have thoughts as to what should be included in, and you can always present that to the board, but in the end, it's what the three vote. You have an example?
Well, I have an example in that the board agreed to change the minutes for one of the, I was completely inaccurately quoted at one of the meetings last summer. And I was a little upset about it. I wanted to change in the minutes at least because the way it was written reflected the exact opposite of what I meant to say. And I didn't want it to stand like that. And I double checked and looked at the video and saw exactly what the exact word of the presented to the board. The board was okay with correcting it. And I'd like to make sure that remains.
Can I respond to that? Two thoughts. One is, as noted by the board, they've had some issues with the change in the manager, and I think that goes to why we haven't had the minutes regularly as you would like. Second thing is, if you see that you're quoted inaccurately on 1 month, you're certainly free to submit something to the township, or you can stand up at the end of the meeting with public comment and say, I didn't say that, it's different, and that will be noted in the subsequent minutes.
And I remember you did stand up and say something. All right, thank you. So,
Motion, we have a motion. Well, there's a motion and a second for November 26th.
November 26th.
all in favor?
Aye.
I'm sorry.
Yes, hi, Brian Mel, 11 Ziegler Road. Again, as I'm kind of springboard Warren's comments regarding the amendment approval, I know Bonnie has stepped in and was doing some of the help within the office with regards to the minutes. My question is there any specific reason why the minutes, other than the lack of a manager, were there any specific reasons behind the not approving these minutes and getting them out to the public? Can any one of you expound upon that?
I can expound on that. We, including our solicitor, including our engineer, read the minutes before the meeting that they're to be approved to ensure that they're accurate and there are no inaccuracies. There have been a number of places in the minutes in recent history where there have been misstatements, inaccuracies, things are just not correct. So they have taken longer for us to review and approve because of those challenges in the minutes in recent months. And we do not anticipate that in the future.
Are there specifics? I mean, is that you're being very general? Can you expound upon some of your more specific issues?
Well, I think, like Mr. Jacobs has said, statements which were the opposite of what they actually were, important items being left out altogether. I don't want to get into the minutia of the minutes. This is in the past. We're moving forward to do better. But but there have been some challenges in some of the recent minutes, and it is our obligation to ensure the minutes are an accurate reflection of the meeting, and we would not be doing our duty to approve minutes that did not accurately reflect the meeting. So we can't just approve them if they're not correct.
Warren?
Has any consideration been given to the suggestion from a few months ago that we keep the recording of the meeting for a little bit longer than just until the minutes are approved, just in case there is a controversy?
Sure. There's no requirement that a board do that. In some townships, they may keep them. Some townships may videotape and post it on a website. Others record simply to help the person actually typing up the minutes. And in the event there's a disagreement as to what was actually said among the supervisors, that one can go back and listen to it. And from there, you can finalize and vote on the minutes.
Well, that was my point. My point was that we do tape it, and our procedure is to get rid of the tape as soon as it's done. I had made a suggestion a few months ago, maybe we should keep it a little bit longer in case a controversy comes up, and it's not just going to be one person's word against another. And several of the supervisors have verbally said at that time that it sounded like a good idea, and I was just wondering.
I'm going to speak up for a quick moment. I agree with Warren 100%, and I do think it would be wise of us to keep those tapes and ensure that the minutes are correct, at least for 1 month after the passage. So maybe that's 3 months in total at the bare minimum, to ensure that, again, if there is a potential mistake, people have the opportunity to come in, they can listen to the tape, have the opportunity to voice maybe a differing opinion, and move from there. I do agree with that, and I don't know if that's a thing that I would do via a motion or what have you.
Yeah, if the board adopted a policy that says X, and you want to change that to Y, then we do need a motion. And I think what you're articulating is a motion to change the present policy so that a tape recording is kept of the Board of Supervisors session until at least 1 month, or let's say until 1 month after the minutes for that session have been adopted.
I'm just going to push it a little further, 2 months.
Okay.
2 months after, gives people the opportunity, again, in case they're on vacation and are able to attend that very next meeting, it gives them the opportunity to then come in the following month.
We just have to be careful that, I mean, again, the law says we are obligated to record a comment, but we'll have to be careful in respect for our manager. We don't want him spending all of his time with people coming in and making sure the comment's in the right place for their comments. So within reason, right? I mean,
Well, in the end, this board votes on minutes, so,
yeah.
and the law actually says that you have to record the transactions, the motions that are made, and you just really have to note, for instance, Warren, that his address made a comment about the minutes. That's really all that's required. Lots of times, the township minutes include a lot more in it, but it sounds like your motion is to amend the existing policy so that a tape recording is kept for 2 months after the minutes for that meeting have been approved.
Correct.
Is there a second?
I'll second that. Linda?
Linda Jansen, Siddons Road. To further expand on what Chuck had said, I think a 2 month would be, could you also put a stipulation in to say, at least have retain the tape for 1 month after it's posted to the website? So, because if it's not posted to the website, the residents would have no way of knowing if they're misquoted or if they're not. So, is it possible to put that verbiage into your motion?
Let's do one better, okay? Tell you what,
I'd like to see it go 6 months, then you can get rid of that tape. Would everybody be okay with that?
Yes. Yes.
Yep. I'm just going to amend my motion, and then we can have a discussion. I will amend my motion to reflect the 6 months.
Did you amend your second?
And I amend my second.
I just like to ask our manager Terry, is that logistically feasible to do that?
We can keep the record for 6 months, yes.
Okay.
You're only talking a little. I
Yeah.
mean, it's not
Pretty
pretty got a lot of
straightforward.
space. Yes.
Karen Becker, 617 Centennial. How long does it typically take to have the minutes available? I'm seeing 3 months and I don't understand. This is my first meeting.
So let's say we have a meeting on the first of the month. Our next meeting is the first of the following month. At that meeting, typically, we approve the minutes. So 30 days, more or less, after meeting, the minutes are approved. And then, in theory, what's on here? The minutes are posted the next day.
So if it takes longer,
Is that correct, Bonnie? Is that correct? That close?
As soon as I get the approved minutes from the managers when they go up on site. So generally the day following.
Okay, yeah. So generally, it's the day following, maybe 2 days following. So that's how.
I guess what I'm asking is how long does it typically take to approve them if that's the determining factor on when they're available?
Well, like I said, if you have a meeting on the 1st of December and our meeting on the 1st of January, we would approve the meeting that took place on the 1st of December. So 30 days after a meeting, we would typically approve the minutes. We've had a little bit of a backup for other reasons recently, which should not occur in the future.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Iris Springwood, are those tapes still available that you are re-listening to them to determine if those minutes?
Yes, they are available, yes, because they have not been approved.
So the tapes are still available for you guys to?
Ready for a vote? Aye.
The policy has been amended. Are there any other minutes that you want to make a motion to approve November 7th minutes?
No, there's problems with wording in October and November 7th.
Okay.
It's not right.
All right, so no other minutes to be considered tonight? Move on to administrative actions.
Treasurer's report and approval of bills to be paid.
That would be tab number 4, please. With respect to the treasurer's report, I met for the first time with Kathy O'Donnell, who is handling essentially, she's our treasurer, as she has been for the last 6 months. You again appointed her this evening. She was in on Friday with her staff, reconciling monthly bank statements, preparing profit loss statements. She was in again today, and further evaluating our finances and producing more reports, which I've included in your packet here this evening. Although I haven't done a deep dive into our finances at this time, I will say that from what I've seen so far, I certainly don't see any red flags. I see a township that is, in my opinion, good financial shape. And I want to share that.
Thank you.
The second piece are the approval of the bills. I put a bright yellow marker in between the treasurer's report and the bills. I believe you received the bills this morning. I do, if it's want to add, if it's the pleasure of the board, 2 items to be paid. One to our fire company in the amount of $6,249.39. I'm sorry, $6,251.03. And the second to our community ambulance company of $3,880.81. Those amounts reflect the tax money we received during 2018 which we have not yet remitted to the company. So I think they appreciate our sending them the money sooner rather than later. So those are the only two additions I have for you this evening, and it's
Okay, make a motion to
I'll
approve
move,
that.
I'll move that we pay the bills as noted by our manager,
Second.
And the two.
and with the two additions.
Second.
Any questions? Any questions from the public? All in favor?
Aye.
Reports. Public Works.
I can, if you like, Mr. Chairman, just quickly discuss the month with our roadmaster, Tom. Right now, understandably so, he's gearing up for winter, and he's getting the trucks transferred over to be ready to plow. And I understand here we don't go 100% salt. We mix cinders and anti-skid with the salt, which, again, I compliment you folks on that savings, and I compliment Tom and the board. That's saving the township a lot of money doing it that way. In addition, Tom had 3 sewer inspections for me.
Any questions? Okay, move forward. Carol, the engineer.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And I thank the board for reappointment for calendar year 2019. It's an honor and a pleasure to serve Lower Frederick Township. There are 4 items on my report this evening. The first one requires some consideration of action by the board. The remaining 3 are informational. The first is the materials and equipment bid. The materials and equipment bids for road work and road materials expire in March. They need to be rebid. If authorized by the board, we will put these out for bid to secure prices for 2019 rates and materials. As I say, the other items in my report are informational. I wanted to tell the board that this month, the roadmaster and I will evaluate current road data and conditions to recommend priorities and select roads to be included in the 2019 chip seal bid. This information will be brought to the board and authorization requested for development of the bid package and advertisement for chip sealing. It's been our experience that prices are more favorable when bid early in the calendar year. Next item is the Goshen Road sidewalk, advising the board that we are supporting work by the county planner to prepare an application for funding a sidewalk along Goshen Road with the Montco implementation grant, which is due the 1st of March. We're also investigating any other potential revenue sources. Finally, just advising again that there is an informational presentation scheduled for January 8th, tomorrow night, here at the Township Building at 7 p.m., and that's to discuss and describe the pros and cons of different approaches to addressing public sewer for the proposed Melbourne Hill development. That's the development located between Little Road and Gravel Pike, formerly known as the THP development. That completes the evening's report. I'm happy to address any questions on these or other township engineering matters.
I do have a question, Carol. Under Goshen Road sidewalk, your last sentence indicates we're also investigating other potential revenue sources. Could you expound on that?
I was in consultation with the County Planning Commission today, trying to talk to their CDBG office to find out if there's possibility of funding that as well. So I'm still investigating that and hope to have an answer to this.
Thank you.
Any other questions for the engineer? No, thank you, Carol.
So you need a motion to authorize you to put out to bid the materials and equipment?
That is correct.
So moved.
I'll second.
Any questions? Any questions from the public? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Thank you.
Burns. Megan is my first name. I'm standing in for the chief tonight, get a prior commitment. For the police report of December 2018, during the month of December, there are 127 calls for service. 88 incidents were responded to by the Lower Frederick Township Police Department. 39 incidents were covered by the Pennsylvania State Police in our absence. And the police department received checks totaling the amount of $380.73 from various sources throughout Montgomery County. This money represents fines and restitution paid by defendants in criminal and traffic-related matters. It's my report.
Any questions? I have.
Sorry, I wanted to make a comment. We had a comment in our last meeting about the number of police incidents, and you just heard from Officer Burns, we have dozens of incidents in Lower Frederick every month. If you look at the number of incidents reported at the county courthouse, those are actually arrests, those are not incidents. And the number of police incidents that police respond to in a locality compared to the number of arrests are two completely different figures. So it's really better to go by numbers such as Officer Burns has mentioned rather than looking at arrest statistics. Is that accurate?
Yes. Yes.
I guess what I'm saying
Yes,
is that there may have been some confusion. I want to clear it up for the public. That if you strictly look at arrest record, that does not accurately reflect police activity.
Correct. There's a lot of police activity that doesn't go through our court systems. So,
Thank you.
okay.
Any questions?
I had a follow-up, not really necessarily a question, more or less a comment. In our board packet, we have the police department activity report, year-end statistical data of 2018, and the amount of calls for service in 2018 is a rather large number, 2,078 calls. I want to publicly thank our police department for the work that they do with the short staff that they have. They are fantastic, and it really, really needs to be noted how excellent and how blessed Lower Frederick is to have these four individuals representing Lower Frederick. And frankly, I say that we give them a round of applause.
Well, first I'd like to say it's nice to see you guys on regular patrol again. Now we'll see part of the river go. So I'm glad you're back on track. The information that you've given in your report about the incidents, and as Marla pointed out, they're not the same incidents that you get if you look at the district justice report. There's an actual call come into the 9/11 Saturday.
Or just phone calls into the station itself.
Right.
When, we get the 911, the emergency calls, but then we also get the non-emergency calls.
There's going to be people who are going to want to look at that data because we're all thinking about trying to make up our opinion of what we think of the regional police process.
I have no comment on that.